Welcome back to the Empty Nest. Our next destination brings us to the Grand Canyon state of Arizona. We had a beautiful drive on our way to Safford and decided to stay the night in between. We're finding that putting up the pop-up and taking it down all in one day is not really the thing to do. So we stay in a hotel that we can find that's cheap and dog-friendly on the way. Once we got settled in, we went to a really cool restaurant where they actually cook your steaks and seafood over a firewood, and they use that wheel to turn the heat up and down towards the fire. That was the view behind our Quality Inn. The next day, we headed to Tucson, where we stayed in the Northwest KOA, and we got settled in an Outlaw Trail, which I thought was appropriate. We then headed over to Picacho Peak. No, I did not climb that peak, but we went around the hike that's 3.5 miles one way around the side of it, which was fantastic. After about 6 miles of hiking, we were hungry, and we ended up finding a place called the Bent Prop Saloon. The food was great, and little did we know, there was skydiving going on in the backyard.
The moment came that stopped me on a dime. I spent most of the next days looking at the x-rays, talking about the
next day, we went to the ranch at Rooster Cogburn's, where we were able to get our animal fix, or at least I was.
How cute they are.
Look at the brown one doing it now.
That's so great.
These things would actually roam wild in Arizona and New Mexico.
You're mad at me because you got your hand through the... Look at this guy. Nobody probably ever...
Since you're giving it so much effort, it makes me happy. Look how cute you are. Hi, buddies. Hi, buddies.
This kind of stuff makes me happy. So I'm not really a fan of this goat penthouse, and I don't think that they should have goats up in the sky like that. I think that's very mean. Kiss one of them, John.
Look at their feet. Look at their feet. Get a close up of those feet.
Next, we were on to the goats and sheep, which are some of my favorite animals. We had a good time feeding them the rest of our food. Then we moved on to the bunny rabbits, fed some ducks, and finally finished off at the florikeet cage, which was super cool.
Try to get it off these lids and then they get stepped on.
That was a great time getting my animal fix. I truly miss them. The next day, we headed to an easy hike that's pretty popular, and we were able to explore a little more nature on the other side of the mountain, where we actually found some water. The next day, we were able to find a place called Casa Grande, or Great House, Arizona, which for those of you who know me, that's my maiden name. Definitely had to take a hike there.
Like, subscribe,